All right, all right, all right. We
What's
are
up?
here. What's up?
Our
Dark Goddess is in the house. What's up, Dark Goddess?
Dark Goddess, our lovely moderator, doing wonderful. How are you?
Excellent, excellent. Doing absolutely wonderful. So yeah, so we're gonna get going here tonight. Definitely gonna be talking about too the we are going to be going getting our community going, the new KCL community. So we'll actually have a place to gather and meet, and then we're gonna also end up having some place where we can do this, where we can actually like do it Zoom like, where we can all see each other. So I'm looking forward to that. Uh, yeah, Dark Goddess. You can do it at let's see, kclcommunity.com. So support at kclcommunity.com, Dark Goddess. So yeah. So that's I got so many emails going these days. I'm like, which one do I go? I'm juggling.
Yeah, I had to make a new one too myself.
So all right, Adrian, it's Rawlicious, Danny H. Hello, hello.
Hey, hey,
Going.
hey,
And there we go.
Kayla. Hey,
Kayla's
Rob.
here. Ra is here. All right, all right. Hello, Michael Thomas, Grand Rising, Grand Rising. Chief Scorpion Moon or Chief Scorpio Moon, what's happening? What's
Yes,
happening?
yes.
So house is a little empty. Money is not everything. You know, I hear a lot of people say that, but a lot of times money can be kind of right up there with oxygen. You know, you don't miss it till you ain't got it. So, you know, I like a little bit of cash, a little bit of jangalang in my pockets. I can do some things.
Mm-hmm.
So for sure enough. So I am Reginald Kuakaru, and the founder of Kemetic Centered Living. And I like to say here at Kemetic Centered Living, I like to help people that are transitioning or deconverting from Christianity. And we answer the questions that Mama and them said you are not supposed to ask. And then once you ask those questions, you might be a little bit frustrated and confused and don't know which direction to go. Well, at Kemetic Center Living, we can help you with that as well. Okay, so we can help you give you step-by-step directions on basically people can talk about spirituality, but we can talk about how to spirituality here at Kemetic Center Living. So make that transition a little bit easier for you. All right,
Yeah,
all right, all right,
yes.
daughter of mine.
Yes, and my name is Voy-Shay. I am his daughter, as he said, and my specialty is interpreting the modalities of spirit using tools like numerology, astrology, and tarot to help guide these searching souls to your highest potential, to your most fulfilling life based on your individual plan, your blueprint, and just helping bridge the gap between spirit and the physical. So happy to be here with you guys tonight.
Awesomeness, awesomeness. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, and
Mhm.
I like to say, were you finished,
Yeah.
Voche?
Yep.
Yeah, okay, okay. And I like to say too, just a lot of people they ask about Kemeticism and Kemetic centered living and stuff like that. And I've heard people say, and this is actually it's a really good question. They'll say, why would I want to leave like Christianity, which is a religion, and then go to another religion? You know? And that's when you think about Kemeticism, because Christianity first, or if Christianity really was birthed from Kemeticism, and it is a religion, people assume that Kemeticism is a religion as well. That is just not the truth. Okay, so Kemeticism is more of a philosophical system, and it is a metaphysical science. And so both of these systems are melded together to create Kemeticism, and where you get like the netters and stuff like that. These are explaining the philosophy and the science. So when you talk about the stories of the netters, they're explaining the philosophy and the science, but they are tools and stuff to guide you. Okay, they're not edicts like religion, where religion has a 10 commandments where you say thou shalt not this, thou shalt not that, but everybody still be shouting. You know, they still be doing the stuff that they say thou shalt not do.
Mm-hmm.
So because you're running into all these contradictions, you start to bumping into contradictions. It's like okay, well, I'm not supposed to do this, bam. Oh, well, I wasn't supposed to do that, bam. Well, that's not the way the Kemeticism is. So it is not a religion. So I am not here, and Voy-Shay is not here to try to talk you into a new religion. No, 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 no.
Mm-mm.
As Luther
Yeah.
would say, no, 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 no.
Yes, our practices are the opposite. Well, I don't know if you can say the opposite, but not dogmatic at all. This
Right.
is not a one size fits all type situation. We're here to help guide you towards your truth. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. So yeah, so that's it, and that's what it's about. So yeah, so Kemeticism, like I said, we're here to guide you. So the reason why I'm so passionate about Kemeticism is that, excuse me, that it actually helps those of us that were Christian to answer a lot of those questions and to really unravel the dogma that Christianity has taught us. And that dogma really ends up putting us in a box and keeping us bound mentally, physically, and spiritually.
Mhm.
And so Kemeticism has the ability, unlike anything else, to actually unravel and get to the truth of what was supposed to be taught. Okay, so Christianity took ideas that were Kemetic and basically twisted them and caused us to misunderstand what the ideas were. Okay, so that's where we're coming from with that. All right.
Yes.
So
Yes.
we got any questions? You see any questions coming up there, daughter?
Nope. Everybody just greeting thus far. What's
Greeting
going
each other,
on with
saying
you
hey and
guys?
hello. Man, it's gonna be so cool when we can get into the community and we can all like just interact with each other. Man, I can't wait.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
hopefully I'm shooting for like around January 1st to basically open the doors to let everybody in. And then so we're looking for people that are going to be uplifting, people that are going to be supportive, people that like to cheer for other people and support other people. That's what we want in this community, because I have seen so many other communities that call themselves Kemetic that end up being so negative and just energetically draining. We do not want that here. And it's the same thing as here as what we do in our lives here. It is about uplifting people. It is about a high vibrational, positive environment. And that's what we're going to create on this new platform.
Yes. Yes. Love
So
that.
absolutely, positively. So yep,
What's
yeah.
up, Ruben? Hey, Judy. What's up, P and D?
All right, all right. See the
Empress
family up
Goddess
in
says
the
she had
house.
a problem emailing you, Dad.
Who is that now?
Empress Goddess.
Okay, let me give another one. Support at kclcommunity.com. Okay, I think that's right. Just make sure I'm spelling it right. So support at kclcommunity.com. So that's where you can hit me up at Empress Goddess. So you can hit me up at support at kclcommunity.com, and I'll get it. Okay. And I know a lot of people, I get a lot of people, they email me and, they want counseling through email. I can't do counseling through email. It's just like, I don't have time to sit there and type, 10,000 words. So, but it's also, that's not something that I do for free. So, my time is valuable. So if that's something that you want, I really only will do that for people that are actually enrolled in my classes, because it's a totally different way that the mind has to understand these ideas and look at life. And people who don't have this Kemetic foundation, they're coming from a perspective that I can't help them. a lot of times, because they're looking at life in a totally different way. So it makes it difficult. So I don't do like counseling just for people off the street. That's not my bag. I just can't do that, because all money ain't good money. So for sure.
Got you. But one of the services I do offer is, if you do have anything on your mind, or you just need someone to help you decipher the energy that's going on around you, or one of my favorite things to do is just channel the energy, channel what spirit wants you to hear in that moment. And my hour sessions can be very helpful in that way. If you just need just some clarity, just help me see what's going on, or even just pick my brain or ask me questions about whatever's going on in your life. I'm always happy to help in that way. So I don't offer coaching per se, where we sign up to do something monthly. It's just on an as-need basis, because my goal is to have you not need me. Is to help you discover your own gifts and talents and ability to communicate and talk to spirit, and to learn how to trust in yourself. So my goal is never, how those therapists, they keep dragging on the issue or the problem. And it's like, look, you can really just get to it if you want to. It's not about the money or dragging the sessions on. I want to help empower you. I want to give you the power to heal yourself. I don't want to become a crutch or the know-it-all. It's like, no, all the answers you need are within you. We all have our own abilities to decipher the messages that spirit is sending us on a daily. And that is what I want to help you develop. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, Empress, I remember. So I remember us talking about collaborating. So yeah, so that's cool. So email me there at KCL support at kclscommunity.com. So that'll work, and we can go from there and talk about what the possibilities can be there. Okay. So yeah.
Sire 626. He said her reading was bomb. Who is this? Is this Clement? I hope it is. If not, I just sent the wrong person. But let me know if that's you.
All right.
I had a reading today, Daddy, and he sung your high praises. He was just explaining how grateful he was for you, and how KCL had changed his life, and he wouldn't be where he was today, mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally, had it not been for your teachings. And he was just expressing his gratitude from the bottom of his heart. And I was like, I will spread the love. I will give him the message for sure.
Well, I appreciate you sharing that with me.
Yeah.
So Fire 626 says no, that's not him or her.
My bad. Who is this? Who am I speaking with?
Yeah. Tell us who Sire is. You got in that reading. Tell us who that is. Yeah. All right. No, that's awesome. So I really appreciate hearing that. Most definitely. Yeah. Let's see. Chief Scorpion says, what is your advice to those who are starting out as content creators? My advice would be just to start putting it out there, so that's really not a Kemetic question. It's more like a business coaching question, but that's what a lot of people too, Chief Scorpion Moon, this is really a content creator economy now. And we're talking about an industry that is a multi-billion-dollar industry. So a lot of people don't realize how big and vast that this industry has become, where you can take your knowledge to help others, and you can monetize that knowledge. But a lot of people are afraid to put it out there, because they're afraid of what people might think. So your insights and stuff, that with your content, you have good insight and wisdom, then start putting it out there. So don't be afraid to put it out there. So that's the thing. Yeah. So thank you for that question.
Sire says, my wife got me a reading for my birthday. I'm Eric Hall. Okay. Hey, Eric. Wonderful. Glad you enjoyed your reading.
Awesome. Excellent. Thank you, Eric. Thank you for that. Mm-hmm. All right. Let's see. Going back. I'm looking. Let's see. I didn't see any other questions. Man, I guess it's just me and you then, daughter. We just hanging.
What you want to talk about?
They're just talking to each other. So me and you, I guess we can talk to each other.
Yeah. Okay. Well, tell me what you got going on, because as I know is in the spiritual community, I try to not in the spiritual community, but when I talk to people, I try to let them know, like, no matter how much knowledge and wisdom you think you have, you still have challenges. You still have things in life you have to overcome daily.
Yep.
So you go first, and elaborate on what your path, what your journey's looking like, and then I'll go. How about
Well,
that?
and that's a great question because for me, being a creator and creating this community, because this is really has always been my dream, is to really create a community where I can gather the people that I love and care about around me, and we can all lift each other up,
Mm-hmm.
and create a community where I can empower others. So that's what this community is going to allow me to do, is to help other people too, because there are other people that have been with me in Kemetic Center Living for a long time that I'm empowering them to basically give a platform that they can to speak to what they and their purpose is about,
Mm-hmm.
because with Kemetic Center Living, a lot of times what I felt is that I'm kind of on the outside of a lot of different things, because I don't agree with the way a lot of people think about a lot of different things, especially when it comes to Kemeticism, either being for Black people, or then there's the people who are just as religious as they were when they were Christian, and they believe, they're against the LGBT community and stuff like that. And I just don't agree with stuff like that, so
Right.
we're all one, and all of our experiences are valid,
Mm-hmm.
so I'd rather create the platform with the people that we can congregate with like mind, and then we can lift and build each other. So that's where that's coming from. So how
Love
about
that.
yourself?
Well, me, I've been feel like I've been given a second chance to pursue a dream I've had since the 8th grade. I've expressed it a few times, or not a few times. I've expressed it on my Instagram, just elaborating on what that is. I have mixed feelings in terms of sharing dreams. I feel like when they're in that incubation period, or when they're cooking, is not the best time, but maybe like after it's the ball's already rolling and can't be stopped, then it can be shared. But just sharing what I've been dealing with in the pursuit of that, experiencing rejection after rejection, but still having that wherewithal to be like, no, this is something that I feel called to do and guided to do, and to keep working and developing on my craft, and getting better in that area, and being challenged. So there were some requirements for something I had to do for it, and I gave it my best shot. I did my all. I gave it my all, and the person that's curating this event, I asked for their 2 cents before I was to submit this, and they were like, long story short, they were like, come harder. Like, we need you to bring more. Like, we have higher expectations for you. And I thought I had did good. So, but for me, it's never disheartening. And it means a lot to me when they're like, no, we see more in you. And I'm like, well, shoot, if you could see it, then that means I just need to see it in myself,
Hmm.
and reach a little deeper. And so it's like, challenge accepted, and just trusting that I don't have to be in control of every detail and every aspect for things to work out, working to attract opportunities, and networking without chasing or working hard, learning how to work smart and still accomplish everything I want to do while having fun, while maintaining this exciting childlike perspective of there are so many possibilities and opportunities, and also operating within a very short deadline. But I don't know about y'all, but like, crunch time is prime time for me. Like, when my back is against the ropes, that's when I'm like, all right, well, let me show you what I'm made of then. So
Yeah.
just really excited about it. Um, Not allowing fear or doubt to creep into my mind, and shining a light on it anytime it does, and replacing it with what I know is true about myself, which is that I'm always supported. I'm always taken care of. Everything that I need, I have. And if I don't have it, that means I don't need it. And just, I love the parts of me that are born out of adversity and out of challenge, or having to make something out of nothing. So it's just a really exciting time for me at this moment, while continuing to build on practicing my gifts in terms of spirituality and my psychic abilities and my intuitive abilities, and just doing things that increase that as well. So just been building on everything I love, and having fun with it.
Awesomeness. Love it.
Yeah.
Absolutely love it. And I like the idea that at every new level, it requires a new you.
Yep.
You know, so you can't be the same person you was yesterday and expect that you're gonna get somewhere to a new higher level. It just doesn't work like that.
Yep.
You just
Yeah.
you got
And
to
how
keep it.
challenges require you to incorporate new skills,
Yep. Learn them.
and
Yep.
force you to learn new things. Like when you're forced out of your comfort zone, it's like, okay, I might not have this tool in my toolbox, but I can develop it.
Yep.
I can
Yep.
work on it. It's like it's a
But you
demand.
got to have that belief in yourself that you can develop. Yep.
Exactly. Yeah.
Absolutely. I like this. So who's this? Yellow Boy gave $5. Thank you, Yellow Boy. Definitely appreciate you.
Thank you.
Definitely appreciate you. I got a question here about Kaz Dreamer 14. And it's a great question. Says because this really goes to the heart of metaphysics. Well, I won't say to the heart of it, but it's really about metaphysics. And he says, is there a reason it feels like time is moving faster? Now, that might be specifically for you, Kaz. So I know as an older person, time seems like it's speeding by. And I'm just I'm running out of time to get all the things that I wanted to do in life. So in that way, time can seem like it's moving faster. But another way time can be moving faster is when you are like riding close to what your purpose is, and you are just enjoying life as it is and life as it is happening. Because what happens is the more you are in joy, the closer you are to infinite time, or to infinity, which is no time. Okay. Now that looks like to us, it's the opposite of what we think, because it's like when we're having fun, time seems to fly by. Okay. In other words, time on the clock seems to fly by when we're having fun. But that's because you're feeling the time for you has slowed down, but the clock keeps going like it was objectively. So it seems like it's moving faster. But in reality, inside you, it's slowed down. You've gotten closer to infinity. So the time on the clock looks like it's sped up, but in reality, for you, it's slowed down because you've moved closer to infinite time, because you are living in joy. The more you live in joy, the more the more time for you slows down, but everything around you, it seems like it's speeding up. Okay. You live longer, you look younger, all of that when you are living in joy. Okay. So that might be one reason why it seems like time is moving faster, because you are living closer to your joy. Okay. Anything you want to say on that, daughter?
No, I think you hit the nail. What's that? The nail on the coffin, the nail on the head.
The
Yeah.
nail on the head. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
And
All right.
just to, well, I guess I did have something I wanted to add to that. Just in terms of astrology, even Capricorn placements have the ability to slow down or speed up time. And so Kaz Dreamer, I'm not sure if you have Capricorn placements or not, but y'all have a tendency to be more sensitive to time. I can't talk tonight. But like Dad said, the state of mind that you're in can slow up or speed.
Yeah, because it really, time is a very subjective thing, and that's what people don't realize. When we start looking at clocks and stuff, it really takes time, the way that we know it, the way that it is, it really takes it outside of us. Okay. And so clocks are not a very recent invention in terms of human history, but it is something that moves time outside of us. And I know when I was going traveling, and me and my partner, we were going through different time zones when we were on our cruise last month. And my partner she was talking about how, her body reacts to the time zones. And for me, it was like, I didn't care about the time zones, because my body just, when I was ready to wake up, I woke up. It wasn't about a clock. When I was ready to go to sleep, I went to sleep. So the clock just was irrelevant to me. So I wasn't like tired from, just going through time zones and time shifting and stuff like that, because I kept my time within me.
Makes sense. Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah. So Ancient of Days, what's up, my brother? Michael Peaks, what's going on?
Hey, Michael, what's up? Grant
Right,
said, I've been seeing numbers repeatedly, like 333, 444, 555, 1111. What is the spiritual significance? I started seeing these right after I decided to step away from Christianity. So this significance, if that was a significant shift in your life, or you made a huge life choice, I felt like that was your spirit team letting you know, like, we are here, we're supported. There are forces working in your favor that you cannot see physically, but we are communicating with you energetically and through numbers and codes. So I advise everyone to at least get a basic knowledge of numerology and what numbers mean, as well as the understanding the zodiac signs, because that can also help you as well. But yeah, knowing what the numbers mean, it can help you decipher the codes. The numbers also tell a story.
Yeah. And then understand too that those numbers can become the meaning. Just when you learn the basic knowledge, understand that those numbers can become a specific signal for something for you. Okay. So don't get locked in on what a dictionary or something tells you what it's supposed to mean, because there might be something that happens in your experience that can connect that number to something else totally different. Okay.
Yeah, good point.
It can be a signal. It can be a subjective signal for you. And that's another thing about spirituality, is that a lot of times it's very subjective. We're looking for confirmation outside ourselves and objective confirmation of everybody around us. But a lot of times this stuff is very subjective. And if you don't have the confidence to trust your own subjectivity, a lot of times you can get yourself in trouble. All right. Let's see. Sun kissed by the moonlight. I like that. Sun kissed by the moonlight. A little bit of play on words, a little bit of opposite.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. All right. So Sun kissed by the moonlight says, can you elaborate on your thoughts of sharing dreams? And when you say, do you think it?
Well, I think she was talking about. Sorry to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
Do you think it disturbs or can possibly stop things coming into fruition? So she was talking about when I was speaking on, I didn't necessarily say what my dream was. I was kind of speaking around it. And really, from my perspective, what that does is when you keep it to yourself, it's like you don't give other people the opportunity to put their 2 cents in, or their energetic deposit on what you're cooking, okay, what you're growing in your garden, okay. They might not have the right fertilizer, the right thoughts. They might be projecting their fears onto you. And so until the ball is rolling, now, once again, not everything is black and white. So there is some energies where if you're about to just completely rock the boat and shake things up, it is best to kind of let people know, like, hey, this is what I'm doing. But there are certain things or projects that if you're still trying to be confident about it, or if you still have, things going on, you don't want to invite other people's energy in there to influence what you're already cultivating. Yeah. So that's my perspective. But once again, it's not always black and white. There are some things that, I wouldn't mind sharing depending, but this one's kind of like, it's kind of close, things I'm still working through and developing. And so not wanting to share is just still building confidence around it. For me, like if you have really big dreams, or you're jumping out and doing something, I'm not sure if you've ever heard the saying, you can't share big dreams with small-minded people. You just have to be discerning in terms of who you think is going to feed the vision with something positive, with what you want, or people who may not be able to grasp that or give it the energy that is required to help it grow. So
Yeah.
you just have to be discerning with who you share it with.
No, and I think that's the big key right there, because I was mentioning this to my KCL family, my admin family here earlier this week, that I roll solo a lot of times because I have a vision about stuff that a lot of times just it's not normal,
Mm-hmm.
and family and stuff like that. They mean well. Most of the time, they mean well. But when you're talking about somebody and when you have a big dream and then somebody says, well, you need to be realistic,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
that's throwing water on your fire. When they're saying, because from their perspective, you're not being realistic, but it is from their limited perspective. They don't mean to hurt you, but it ends up doing that, and it ends up making you question yourself. So a lot of times I'm like you. I pick and choose who I can share those thoughts with,
Right.
because
Right.
you don't, when you got that fire going, you don't need people putting water on it,
Right.
and if you understand the tools and techniques of Kemeticism, then you'll understand being realistic is really you putting a box around your own possibilities.
Mm-hmm.
When you're
Yeah.
saying you're being realistic from somebody else's perspective,
Mm-hmm.
so that's definitely, it won't stop your vision, because only you can do that. It doesn't
Right.
stop your dreams, but what stops it is if their words start to make you doubt.
Mm-hmm.
That's what will stop it. Okay. So yeah, good question. Good question.
Yeah.
And Daniel King so asked this question, and I kind of talked about this right at the beginning, Daniel. But he says, "What's the difference between this and Christianity?" And a lot of people will ask that because we know, well, a lot of us know that Kemeticism comes from, or Christianity comes from Kemeticism. But the difference is Christianity is a religion. Kemeticism is not a religion. It's more of a philosophy and metaphysical system. Okay. It teaches more about, it's more of a guidance, a system of guidance. So it doesn't tell you how to be, it gives you principles, and you can decide how to be for yourself. If I have to sum it up in a few words. Another way to look at this is Christianity tries to teach you how to develop a relationship with God, so that God won't punish you, or do something bad to you, or God might reward you if you do the right things for God, stuff like that. God is outside of you in Christianity, okay, and you're trying to develop a relationship with God to gain favor. All right. Kemeticism helps you to recognize your own divinity and power. You are the expression of God in human form, just for a little while on this earth. Okay. So that's a couple of different ways that you could look at Kemeticism as opposed to Christianity. And I hope that makes sense. Okay. And let's see. Clint Sendall says, yes, I caught you both live. Yes, we're here.
Hey,
We're here.
hey.
So glad to have you here, Sendall. Thank you for being here. All
Sun
right.
Kissed by the Moonlight says, is there a book you guys recommend for numerology? No, I don't have a specific book I'd recommend, but the internet is a great tool, and I like comparing interpretations. So
Yeah.
seeing what a whole bunch of different people have to say about a certain topic, and also interpreting my own understanding from it as well. So
Yeah. And
yeah.
I found, like, let's see, one that I read a long time ago. I think it was Numerology for Idiots. It's the ones that has the orange books, and I used to like shy away from those because I'm like, I'm not an idiot, but a lot of times they're actually written very well. So Numerology for Dummies, Numerology for Idiots, those actually they're usually written very well, and so they can help you with that. So those type of things, but like Voy-Shay says, you can look on the internet and find a whole lot of stuff that people have written about numerology.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Let's see who we got here. Says Davion Eugene Williams says he's priming the pump. Thank you, brother. Definitely
Thank you,
appreciate that.
Davion.
That's family. So appreciate you, Davion. Definitely appreciate you. Definitely appreciate you. And then we had one more that came through here. Let's see, and that's Mac Strum. He gave $20. Thank you, Mac. Definitely
Thanks, Max.
appreciate you. Definitely
Yeah,
appreciate
thank
you.
you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right. So looking here. Let's see. Let's see. Myself says, "Yo, I thought I was crazy. I definitely don't share certain thoughts because I don't need anyone to press their energy on it. People think I'm silly for feeling that way, but I'm happy I'm not alone." Absolutely.
Now
Absolutely.
the flip side of that is I've had to share things with my family out of feeling prompted to do so. Like there was the fear of, is this going to be understood or is this going to be judged? But my intuition prompted me to share it, and it happened to be something that they needed to hear, or it was something that I predicted or said that was going to happen, and me telling them or sharing it with them and then it happening, it opened their eyes or gave them more faith, so to speak. So it can work out positively as well. It just, once again, it's all
Yeah.
about discernment. It's not black and white.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I would say don't do things. Do not share because you are afraid. You know, just be discerning. You
Mm-hmm.
know, because your dream is your dream. All
And then
right.
it's like, why am I trying to share it? Am I sharing it because I want validation and for them to tell me this is
Yeah.
the right path or journey? Am I
Yeah.
sharing it because I'm informing them and I want those close to me to know, like, this is the path that I'm taking, and this is how you can support me or step off? Like, ask yourself why
Yeah.
are you sharing it?
Good
Yeah.
point. Great point. Great point. And Sun Kissed by the Moonlight says, I totally understand. Since I've been silent, things have been better than I've imagined. Thank you for the interpretation. I agree. You have to be ready to feel isolated. Yeah. Yeah. So you just can't share it with everybody all the time. So
Yeah.
uh let's see. All right, all right. Thank you for that. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Um, Okay. Going
Hey,
down.
Michael
So
Thomas. I saw
Ruben.
your question, but I'm not familiar with that. Michael Thomas. Oh,
All
thanks,
right.
Ruben.
Ruben says he's priming the pump for the holidays. Thank you, Ruben. Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Brother
Thank you.
Ruben.
And I'm glad he mentioned something about the holidays too. And this is something again that here at Kemetic Center Living, I am not one of those people that just like Christmas is like it's a screwed up holiday, is this is that, all this a Christian holiday, is all of this. It is a lot of that. But when it comes down to it, it is time that families get together regardless of what it's about. If you have a chance to spend time with your family, go spend time with them.
Yeah.
you know if you got a chance to go and get you some good food, and everybody's sitting around the table and praying, pray with them. Say what's not a prayer, or say the blessing over the food and stuff like that. you know just say,
Make
bless
it
it with.
mean what you want it to mean. It can mean whatever
Yeah,
you want it to mean. Yeah, you
your
define it for
subjective.
yourself. Don't let people's definitions control your actions or outlook. Redefine it for you.
Exactly. Exactly. So take this time to enjoy and be with your family, because you never know when someone is going to be gone. And you being mad or don't want to hang around Christians and stuff like that. I have a lot of people that are still Christian in my family, and they'll be Christian till the day that they die. But I love them. And I will, as long as they want to be around me and they can respect me, I'm cool with them. We don't have to talk religion and all of that stuff when we're around. I don't need to convince anybody to believe like I believe. you know
Right.
so
Right.
so just be with family. So hang with family during the holidays and just chill.
Yeah.
Just chill.
Yeah. For sure. For sure. I know I really value that time, and having all of my loved ones under the same roof an unmatched feeling. Despite whatever reason brought us together, I'm always grateful for it. So cherishing those moments for sure.
Absolutely.
Now, if your
Absolutely.
family is one of them families that mess with your mental health, then once again, be discerning. But
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. If they messing with your mental health, if they're one of those people that's toxic to you, then
yeah,
or you get a group of people that is toxic to you. And I define toxic as if you get if just say you're in a good mood, okay, and then you get around these people, and I say 7 times out of 10, if you're in a good mood, and 7 times out of 10 you get around these people and you leave in a bad mood, they're probably toxic to you. You
mm-hmm.
got to be discerning.
Yeah,
Got
yeah.
to be discerning.
I
So it
like
says
that.
Gregory
Oh, sorry,
Trader. Okay.
my bad.
Uh,
Go back to it.
yeah, he says, I've really opened up the universal spirit team communicating to me through numerical synchronization. Thank you for the inspiration, Voy-Shay. All right.
Yay! Wonderful. Love that for you, Greg.
All right. All right.
Yes. Black Star
All
Beauty says, when it comes to depression, could it be because your path is not understood?
What do you mean your path is not understood by you or by somebody else? Because depression is really an overactive feminine state where you're stuck in a state of feeling really helpless. Okay. So if you're and I'm talking from experience, okay. So I'm not trying to tell somebody that they're helpless or anything like that. I know from experience what depression can do, and because that's something that I've been through, that I've dealt with, okay. But when you understand your ability to create, depression becomes a thing of the past because you empower yourself, okay. So it might be that your path is not understood or by other people, but then that tells me that you're looking for somebody to validate your experience. Okay. And I'm not saying that to you, Black Star Beauty, Purple Print, specifically. I'm just saying anybody that they're getting angry and upset because people do not understand them, they're usually looking for somebody else's validation. Okay. That in itself is something that you have to work on. You got to validate you.
And
Okay.
a perspective she might be speaking on is when you feel like you don't have a sense of direction, or there's you don't see, because having a purpose or having purpose makes life worth living, and the purpose of life is to experience. But the difference between working toward a goal and just feeling like you're simply existing and not living, I can see how that would cause a state of hopelessness or depression. So yes, knowing where it would benefit you to direct your energies and how to climb out of that, or where it would benefit you to focus on psychologically to overcome that, can give you a goal or a purpose or something to work toward. It feels nice having something to work toward, for sure.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And even just it being this time of the year too, it can be difficult for people because the
Seasonal
season,
depression
everybody's,
is the thing.
yeah, you're everybody's supposedly happy about what's going on and everything that's happening around. Oh, it's Christmas, it's the
People be
holidays.
stressed around
You
Christmas,
know,
I
a lot
noticed.
of people are stressed.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Hey, us men, we get stressed because we're supposed to buy gifts and shit.
Shoot, y'all ain't the only ones gotta buy gifts. Well, you don't have to.
But we
Actually,
looked at with a side eye. But hey, man,
look,
that
my,
that
my
was big
family
enough right
knows.
there.
My family knows I'm not finna just buy you a gift just because it's Christmas or a holiday. I celebrate you year round. Don't make me try to
Bingo.
feel obligated to just buy you gifts on this day. Like, no, I give it
Yeah,
to you when I
yeah,
feel inspired to, not because society is telling me I'm supposed to give you a gift today. I
right.
do it when I
And
want to
and
do it.
yeah, and if the holidays, the only times you're giving your loved ones gifts and stuff like that,
Yeah.
something is wrong.
I like spontaneous gifts when I just
Yeah,
seen something at the store and I was like, this person will like this, or I felt it in my
exactly.
heart. I like
It
giving
means
from
a
that
lot
space.
more. It means a
Yeah,
lot more. So for
yeah.
sure. So Danny H, and I like the way you say this, Danny. He says, since starting this journey, I have explained to those who matter to me, I'm not celebrating the day, I'm celebrating the season of family gatherings and pure love. I like that.
Yeah, I do.
I
I
like
like the way she put that for sure.
that. Yeah. Yeah. All
The dark
right.
goddess says some family members look better going than coming.
I know that's right. That's real right there.
Yeah.
Hey, I got to be honest. There's some of my people I don't like to be around. I mean, it's
Yeah.
just they just toxic, and they don't even know it.
Yeah.
They're negative, and they don't even know it. It's just the way that they live their life. They see everything negative. If they talking to you about something, if something negative happened on the news, I don't even watch the news. Very,
Me
very,
neither.
very rarely. I watch sports news and weather. That's about it. But the regular other stuff, because it's always depressing. They always putting forth negative news because that's what people say. That's what catches people's attention. So yeah, those type of people, I don't even like to talk to them. Don't like to be around them. If they're in my family, I love them from afar.
Yeah.
You know.
For
So
sure. For sure.
all right. Let's see. Black Magic. I like says I heard you can't talk butterfly language to caterpillar people. I know that's right.
Show you right.
For real. For real. For real, for real. All right, all right. Keeping it moving, keeping it moving. All right. Let's see here. Let's see. Okay, I like that, Ra. I like that, Ra. Says Black Star says depression is when you're down and stay there. Don't allow yourself to stay there. Yeah, and that's a very powerful thought because it's really you really have the control over your mood. And I
Hmm.
know a lot of people just don't want to believe that. And people that do deal with depression, again, is usually they feel powerless. They feel more closer to powerlessness. So they don't think that they have the ability to change their moods, you know. And I always like to say, you know, as far as moods are concerned or bad moods, I might can have a bad moment, I might can have a bad hour, but a bad day is a choice.
Yeah.
A bad day or a bad few days is a choice to see the world from a negative perspective.
Yep.
And you can choose to flip that at any time.
Yep.
Anytime. You have the power to do that. To find the cloud. I like to say and when I was going through my depression, what I called it is I tried my best to find the silver lining in the cloud.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Love that. Love that.
So yep. So for sure enough, for sure enough. What we got going here, folks? What we got going, peoples? Going back up here, looking for some people. See if some people's got some questions. Let's see. Okay, we got that one, got that one, got that one, got that one. Man, looks like we're gonna have a quick night tonight. Let's see. Queen Sunfire says, I say Merry Holiday. Okay, I can roll with that too. I can roll with that too. Merry Holiday. All right. Let's see. Scorpion says F the news. Right. I'm right there with you. I'm
Yeah.
right there with you.
Once I realized that all of that stuff was curated and they tell you what they want to tell you, and it's really all just public relations and them trying to manipulate your perspective and how you want to see it. Like, you're not about to try to make me feel or think nothing. If I can't see it myself or get the truth myself, I don't want you feeding me what I'm
Exactly.
supposed to believe is going
Don't
on.
want to dictate my thoughts and feelings
Right.
about nothing.
Right.
No,
And the fact that
make up your own mind.
they magnify the negativity, it's like when you know both forces exist, there's always positive and light going on, but you just want to magnify the negative. It's like you're controlling the masses with fear. So once I realized it was a tool, I was like, I'm not participating in this anymore.
All right, all right. And
Yeah.
Chief Scorpion Moon says, if anyone is spewing anti-gay rhetoric at their house, I go to the other room, which can be surprising because I'm a cisgender heterosexual male. All right. And
What's
somebody says,
cisgender?
what is cisgender?
Educate
Cisgender.
me. I'm about to learn
I knew
something
what
new,
the term
Daddy.
was. Hold on. Let me look it up here. I've had it. Let's see, cisgender. See these new terms coming here.
Right.
Uh, Okay, it says denoting or relating to a person whose gender identity corresponds with the sex registered for them at birth, not transgender. Okay.
Okay.
So you register with what you
He
were born with.
identifies as male.
He
His
identifies as
pronoun
male.
is he.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So
All
if
right.
you're
Look, we
female,
trying to be
you
educated about.
identify as female. So
Yeah.
cisgender. All
All
right.
right. Thank you for that. Thank you. Learn
We
something
all
new.
learned a little bit of something here.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Thank
yeah,
you,
yeah.
Sister Judy. Much appreciated.
All
Love you
right,
a
pulling up to the creation station. Woo, woo.
lot. Yeah.
Which dark goddess, we just defined that. Says you identify with the sex that you were born with, basically. So when you identify with the sex that you were born with, you're a female. You identify as female. You're cisgender. All right. So that's it.
That all has to do with release. It's easier said than done. What are your thoughts on release? Is it a matter of not caring? I wouldn't say not caring, but detaching from the outcome. So I can wish someone good and well and hope they figure it out, but I can also detach and go on about my life, and whatever happens, happens. And I'm gonna be all right regardless. So it's not caring, because you want to wish on others what you want wished on yourself. But in terms of detaching emotionally from it and allowing the universe to fill in the blanks, or make room for more of what you want and letting go of what you don't want, um, yeah, releasing, surrendering is a very beneficial tool to learn in this on this spiritual journey.
Detaching from the outcome, and that's a powerful, powerful state that you can be in, for real,
Mhm.
for real. Okay. So yeah. All right. Well, looks like let's see, we got anything else coming here? Let's see. Empress Goddess said that was new to her too, the cisgender. And see, I've heard the term, I just never looked it up. So I've heard the
I have.
term a lot of times, but I just never looked it up. So that was good. Thank you for that, Chief Scorpio Moon. So
Mm.
all of us in the chat tonight should have learned a little something what cisgender means. All right.
All right
Cannabis
now.
Maximus is in the house. Cannabis Maximus
All
comes
right now,
strong.
cannabis. Thank you. Thank you. Much appreciated.
Appreciate you. 4444.
Mm-hmm.
Evolve, he says. Thank you. Most definitely. Definitely appreciate it. All right. All right. All the people that give, thank you so much for doing
Yeah.
so. Priming the pump through us. Definitely appreciate that.
Yes. Much
And talking
appreciated.
about this new platform that we're getting ready to start. So, positive people, come on. Loving people, come on. Can do people, come on, because that's what we want at Kemetic Center Living. We want a community that we're going to be able to support each other. And we want a community that we can uplift each other. So that's what we're curating and what we're developing at Kemetic Center Living. All right. So Kemetic Center Living community. And the thing is, this community it's going to be free for people to get in. So it's going to be definitely a free level to get in. But the community itself is not free, so I'm paying for it. Okay, but so I appreciate you guys that give. I definitely appreciate that because it helps. You know, every little bit helps. You know,
Yes.
so definitely appreciate that.
Yeah, most definitely. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, all right. All right. Well, I guess we can wrap it up then, daughter, here, because I guess the questions are coming in good and slow. Let's give us a good, I guess, coming up on the break, we can take a break.
Okay. Sounds
so,
good. Well, thank you,
so
everyone, once again, who gave tonight. Thank you, everyone, for your energetic presence and your love and your wonderful questions, per usual. Always enjoy these nights. So, everyone, enjoy the
most
rest of
definitely,
your week, and sending you lots of love.
most definitely. Thank y'all very much again. So, my moderators, Ra the Creator and Dark Goddess, thank y'all so much for being here. I definitely appreciate y'all's consistency. So, most definitely.
Yes.
And
Thank you
family
so
that was
much.
here tonight, yeah. Thank y'all as well. All right,
Yeah.
guys. Y'all have a wonderful night, and we will see y'all on next week. Okay.
All
All right, guys.
right.
Bye
Bye.
bye.
Good night.